Every morning, thousands of older adults across the U.S. and Canada reach for their supplements. A pill for the bones, one for immunity, maybe another to help with sleep. You line them up, swallow them with a glass of water, and think I'm doing the right thing. But what if that very routine, the one you trust the most, is silently stealing your strength, your sleep, and even your independence? Here's a truth no bottle label will ever warn you about. Calcium and magnesium fight for the same space, leaving you with cramps and an unsteady heartbeat. Zinc, when taken in excess, quietly blocks the copper your nerves depend on. And vitamin D, without the right balance, ends up draining energy instead of giving it. These aren't rare cases, they're silent, common mistakes millions of seniors make every single day, unaware of the damage building inside. That's why in today's video, we're going to uncover 5 of the most common supplement mistakes older adults make and, more importantly, how to avoid them. Because once you understand these hidden traps, everything changes. Your heart feels steadier, your sleep deeper, your mind clearer. The solution isn't buying more pills, but making one small shift that turns supplements from silent harm into true healing. Are you making one of these mistakes right now? Before we begin, I'd love to hear from you. Do you take supplements every day? Comment yes if you do, no if you don't, and share the one you rely on the most. Your story might be the one that helps another senior watching today. And if you want to stay strong, independent, and informed, please like this video and subscribe because no one should face these hidden dangers alone. Think about this. You take calcium faithfully every morning, believing it will protect your bones and prevent fractures. Yet months later, you still suffer from night cramps. Your heart skips a beat for no reason, and fatigue clings to you like a shadow. What if the very supplement meant to keep you strong was quietly draining another mineral your body desperately needs? Most people over 60 have been told the same message for decades. Take more calcium. It's the secret to strong bones. But here's the paradox. Too much calcium, taken the wrong way, can actually make bones weaker and open the door to dangerous health problems. Why? The answer lies in the silent tug-of-war between calcium and magnesium. Picture this at a community breakfast. A senior carefully swallows a large calcium pill with a glass of milk. Double reinforcement, right. But inside the intestines, calcium and magnesium compete for the same absorption channel. Calcium always wins. The result, magnesium is pushed aside, leaving muscles deprived, nerves overstimulated, and the heartbeat unsteady. Research in the British Medical Journal confirmed that high calcium intake from supplements, especially without magnesium or vitamin K2, is linked to increased cardiovascular risk. Instead of strengthening bones, excess calcium ends up in the wrong places: arteries, kidneys, and soft tissues. That's why kidney stones, irregular heartbeat, and even osteoporosis itself can appear, despite all the effort to do the right thing. So how can you make calcium work for you? First, focus on natural food sources: milk, sardines, leafy greens where calcium comes in balanced packages. If your doctor recommends a supplement, don't take it at the same time as magnesium. Space them out by a few hours so both can be absorbed. Aim for about a 2:1 ratio of calcium to magnesium. And when you do add magnesium, choose well-absorbed forms like magnesium glycinate, which are gentle on the stomach and truly usable by the body. If you're still watching and find these insights helpful, leave a comment with the word calcium. It shows me you're part of this journey and helps other seniors see they're not alone in facing these hidden mistakes. But calcium is only the beginning. Another mineral often taken during flu season can quietly block the copper your brain and nerves rely on. And without realizing it, you could be trading short-term protection for long-term harm. Let's uncover that next. Before we continue, let me pause and ask you, have you ever taken zinc every day to fight off colds, boost your immunity, or recover faster after being sick? If so, comment zinc below. You're not alone. Millions of older adults across North America have been told that zinc is their shield against illness. But here's what few people realize when taken the wrong way. Zinc doesn't just fail to strengthen your defenses. It can quietly drain another mineral that keeps your blood, bones, and memory strong. Most people believe zinc is a safe, harmless supplement. But what if too much zinc was slowly depleting the copper in your body, leaving you weaker instead of stronger? This isn't rare. It's one of the most common mistakes seniors make when it comes to supplements. Picture this, it's winter. Flu is spreading through the community, and you buy a bottle of zinc lozenges at the pharmacy. You take one, then another, and keep going because more must be better, right? But after a few weeks, fatigue grows heavier, small cuts take longer to heal, and your balance feels off. What you don't realize is that your body is quietly starving for copper. Science explains it clearly. Zinc and copper compete in the small intestine. When zinc floods the system, copper gets pushed aside. Over time, copper deficiency builds silently. At first, it looks like mild fatigue, pale skin, brittle bones. But if ignored, it can progress to anemia, weak immunity, nerve damage, tingling in the hands and feet, even memory issues that mimic early dementia. Studies show that long-term high-dose zinc, especially above 40 milliliters per day, can significantly lower copper levels in the body. Here's the painful truth in trying to stay healthy. Many older adults are actually trading away their resilience. The pain echoes again, fatigue that never lifts, fragile bones that keep breaking, shaky nerves, all from a mineral imbalance no one warned you about. So what's the solution? Moderation. Never take high-dose zinc long-term unless prescribed after testing. If you do use it daily, balance it with copper through diet or supplements. The general rule is simple: for every 10 milliliters of zinc, you need about 1 milliliter of copper. Copper-rich foods like nuts, dark chocolate, or liver can naturally restore balance. And if you use zinc lozenges during winter, keep them short-term, not a year-round habit. Because when zinc and copper are kept in harmony, they work as a team. Zinc supports immunity and recovery, while copper strengthens bones, nerves, and blood. Together, they protect the independence and vitality you treasure. But what happens when another vitamin 1 almost everyone sees as sunshine in a bottle begins to quietly drain your magnesium, leaving you sleepless at night and your heart unsteady? That's the next mistake we need to uncover. If you're still watching and find this information useful, leave a comment with the number 3 below so I know you're still with me. It also helps other older adults see that they are not alone when facing supplement-related issues. Have you ever trusted the label on a multivitamin bottle or fortified cereal box, thinking this has folic acid, so it must be good for my heart and brain? But what if I told you that the folic acid in those pills and packaged foods is not the same as the natural folate your body truly needs, and for many seniors, it can cause more harm than good? Most people think folic acid and folate are the same, but they're not. Folate is the natural form of vitamin B9 found in vegetables, beans, and whole foods. Folic acid is the synthetic version, added to supplements and fortified foods like bread, pasta, or breakfast cereal. On paper, they look nearly identical, but inside the body, the story changes completely. Here's the catch. Folic acid must be converted into an active form before your body can use it. Up to 40% of people, especially older adults, carry a gene variation called MTHFR that makes this conversion slow and inefficient. The result? Folic acid builds up in the blood like cars stuck in a traffic jam. And this buildup has been linked to higher inflammation, immune dysfunction, and even increased cancer risks. Even worse, too much folic acid can mask a vitamin B12 deficiency. That means while blood tests might look normal, your brain and nerves could still be starving for B12. Symptoms creep in silently, tingling in the hands and feet, forgetfulness, mood changes, even irreversible nerve damage if it goes on long enough. It's a cruel irony believing you're preventing problems, but actually making them worse. Picture an older adult who eats fortified bread and cereal every morning, then takes a multivitamin with folic acid. They believe they're protecting their heart and mind, but over time, unprocessed folic acid keeps piling up, while hidden B12 deficiency quietly steals their balance, their memory, their independence. It doesn't happen overnight. It's gradual, silent, easy to miss until the consequences become frighteningly real. So what's the safer path? Choose supplements that provide folate in its natural, methylated form. On the label, look for names like 5-MTHF or L-methylfolate. This form bypasses the MTHFR roadblock, allowing your body to absorb and use it directly, and whenever possible, focus on folate-rich foods, dark leafy greens like spinach, beans, lentils, asparagus. These natural sources give your body the B vitamins it needs without the hidden risks of synthetic buildup. The hope here is simple but powerful. By making one small shift from synthetic folic acid to natural folate, you protect your nerves, safeguard your memory, and maintain independence longer. You give your brain what it truly needs to stay sharp, not just what looks good on a label. But think about this. If a harmless vitamin like folic acid can trick us this way, what happens when another vitamin praised as essential for mood and immunity quietly drains magnesium from your body, leaving you restless and sleepless at night? That's the next mistake we need to uncover. If you've made it this far, type vitamin D in the comments so I know you're still with me. It helps build this community of older adults learning together, and it shows me you're serious about protecting your health. Now let me ask you, how many of you take vitamin D every day, believing it's the sunshine in a bottle? Doctors prescribe it for bone strength, pharmacies promote it for immunity, and magazines praise it for mood. But here's the part most people don't realize: too much vitamin D, especially without the right balance, can actually drain away another mineral your body depends on for life itself: magnesium. Most seniors believe more vitamin D is always better. But what if I told you that rising vitamin D levels on your blood test don't always mean better health? In fact, they could be masking a dangerous magnesium deficiency. Picture this: an older couple walks together every morning. They already get some sunlight, but they also swallow high-dose vitamin D pills, thinking it's an extra layer of protection. Yet at night, one of them lies awake, tossing and turning. Their legs cramp. Their heartbeat feels jumpy. Anxiety builds. They wonder why. Despite taking enough vitamin D, they feel worse. The hidden answer: their vitamin D has been burning through their magnesium stores, leaving them restless and depleted. Science is crystal clear. Magnesium is required to activate and convert vitamin D into its usable form. Without enough magnesium, the vitamin D you swallow can't be properly processed. Instead of helping, it pulls more magnesium out of your system, creating a vicious cycle. The more vitamin D you take, the more magnesium you lose. That's why symptoms of low magnesium muscle cramps, irregular heartbeat, poor sleep often show up right when seniors increase their vitamin D. Studies published in the Journal of the American Osteopathic Association confirm it. Vitamin D supplementation without adequate magnesium reduces its effectiveness and increases the risk of side effects. Experts even suggest that most cases of vitamin D resistance, where blood levels don't rise despite high doses, are actually caused by hidden magnesium deficiency. So, what's the safe path forward? Don't stop vitamin D. It's still important for bones, mood, and immunity. But pair it wisely. If your doctor recommends supplementation, make sure your magnesium intake is steady too. Magnesium glycinate or magnesium malate are gentle, well-absorbed options. And don't forget, whole foods, leafy greens, nuts, seeds, beans, and avocados are excellent sources. Vitamin D also works best when supported by vitamin K2, which guides calcium into your bones instead of your arteries. Here's the hope: when vitamin D and magnesium work together, they become a team. Vitamin D supports your immunity and bone strength. Magnesium ensures it actually works. And K2 protects your heart and kidneys. Balance, not excess, is the key to real health. But if you thought vitamin D was surprising, wait until you hear about iron. It's one of the most common supplements taken by older adults, and yet, when used without caution, it can quietly oxidize, inflame, and damage your body in ways that no one tells you about. That's our final mistake to uncover. If you're still here with me, type the word iron in the comments. It tells me you're serious about protecting your health, and it might also help another senior who stumbles across this video feel less alone on their journey. Now let's talk about iron. For decades, iron has been praised as the energy mineral. Doctors prescribe it for anemia. Advertisements link it to strength. And many older adults believe taking an iron pill is a quick fix for fatigue. But here's the uncomfortable truth: when used the wrong way, iron can quietly shift from being your friend to becoming your hidden enemy. Most people assume that extra iron will always boost their energy. But what if that very pill you trust is actually triggering silent inflammation, oxidative stress, and long-term damage? Unlike other minerals, iron has no natural exit route. Once it accumulates in your body, it stays slowly building up in your liver, heart, and even your brain. And instead of fueling vitality, excess iron can drain it, leaving you with more fatigue, not less. Picture a man in his late 60s who takes an iron tablet every morning, convinced it will keep him strong. Over time, he notices his joints ache more. His memory feels clouded, and his doctor warns him about rising blood pressure. He never suspects the culprit could be that little extra boost he's been swallowing every day. Science backs this up. Research shows that unnecessary iron supplementation can interfere with the absorption of other key minerals like zinc, calcium, magnesium, and copper, creating a ripple effect of deficiencies. Even worse, excess iron acts as a pro-oxidant, fueling inflammation that's been linked to heart disease, liver damage, and neurodegenerative disorders. So how do you protect yourself? The first step is simple but powerful. Never take iron unless your doctor has confirmed a deficiency through blood tests. Unlike magnesium or vitamin D, iron should never be used casually. Second, lean on food first. Red meat, lentils, spinach, pumpkin seeds, and liver provide iron in a form your body knows how to handle. And timing matters. Avoid pairing iron with calcium-rich foods or supplements, which can block its absorption. Here's the hopeful side. When iron is balanced, not too much, not too little, it becomes a true ally. It carries oxygen to every cell, keeps your energy steady, and supports clear thinking. But balance only comes when you use it wisely, with guidance, not guesswork. And that's the bigger lesson of this entire video. Supplements aren't magic pills. They're tools. When used with wisdom and balance, they can extend your vitality, sharpen your mind, and help you stay independent longer. But when taken blindly, even the most popular supplements can slowly chip away at the very health you're trying to protect. So, before you reach for that next capsule, pause and ask yourself, do I truly need this? Or am I just following a habit? Because your body deserves more than a habit. It deserves the right knowledge, the right balance, and the chance to thrive for many years to come. If this message resonates with you, share it with a friend or family member who also takes supplements daily. You could be the reason they avoid years of hidden harm and step into a healthier, stronger future. We've just gone through 5 familiar supplements that are so often taken the wrong way: calcium, zinc, folic acid, vitamin D, and iron. Those tiny pills, when used without balance, can quietly steal your sleep, your energy, and even your independence. But when understood and used correctly, they can become tools that strengthen your heart, deepen your rest, and keep your mind sharp. Picture a peaceful morning where you wake up with a light body, no cramps, no lingering fatigue. You stroll through the garden, chat with your grandchildren, and enjoy each moment without worrying about the pills you've taken. That future is possible, with just a few small adjustments starting today. If you found this message helpful, don't forget to hit like and subscribe right now. Every click helps this message reach more older adults who are also surrounded by bottles of supplements, but don't yet know how to use them wisely. And leave a comment below. Type yes if you take supplements daily, or no if you don't. Your story might be the one that guides another senior toward better health. And remember, your health doesn't live in a single pill. It lives in knowledge, balance, and the choices you make each day. Let's continue this journey together to live healthier, happier, and more fully. Hit like, subscribe, and share this video today, because none of us should face these hidden dangers alone.